you'll often hear jokes from more conservative-minded people about gender-neutral parenting, and a lot of the times the jokes are something along the lines of putting your kid in like a gender-neutral burlap sack so that there's no possible way to construe or identify their gender until they choose it themselves at the age of 18 or something along those lines. In reality, most of the time, to my best understanding, gender-neutral parenting is not attempting to parent your child with the complete erasure of any symbol of gender or any way of denoting gender. It's typically letting children choose whatever gendered characteristics they want, right? So you take them to the toy store and you let them pick whatever toys they want, you just don't worry about it. And if the boy plays with dolls, doesn't matter. If he plays with dolls and Transformers in combination, doesn't matter. Right? Same thing with all the clothes they wear. They can wear girls' clothes, boys' clothes, mix it on up. Right? And this is really kind of the opposite of what is being described, right? It's not a muting of gendered characteristics. It's actually more of a wholehearted embrace of every aspect of gendered characteristics. It's just allowing people to pick from all aspects completely freely. And I think this points to a deeper divide within the concept of like non-binary or gender fluid or in-between gender identities, which is that there is two ways of doing that. One is to be neither. One is to be disabused of gender entirely, to have no gendered characteristics, and the other is to be both. So you can say that there is a sort of a such thing as a concept of masculinity. Even if you want to say it's completely socially constructed, there's definitely a such thing as that concept. And there is a such thing as femininity that exists in the world, and there's a difference between having none of either of those things and having a lot of both of those things. Some people's view is that those things are mutually exclusive. Fundamentally, as you move away from masculinity, you get more feminine, and as you move away from femininity, you get more masculine. But I think any engagement with the weird world of animated pornography will disabuse you of those notions. I think that a lot of times the ideal is in fact some sort of Futanari Ubermensch with massive muscles, big penis, big boobs, all of the traits, all of the perfect symmetry of masculine and feminine traits, all shoved into one impossible being. And I'm not necessarily saying that that's just like my sexual ideal. I'm saying that is the societal sexual ideal, is some sort of Futanari Ubermensch. And I think this points to a problem that I've talked about in a previous video. You don't have to watch that video to understand this one, but if you wanted to, it's up there. It's Gay, Straight, and the Reason Why. And it's about the tension between this idea that sexual orientation is a fixed, innate biological characteristic and the attempt to see masculinity and femininity as these very weightless things. Because necessarily, if you are born a gay man, then you are born attracted to men and not attracted to women. Which means that on some level, maybe you're not attracted to hyper-masculine men, but you do have some understanding of what a man is. Visually. You can see it. You have a way of identifying, oop, that one's a man, so I'm attracted to him, and that one is a woman, so I'm not attracted to her. And maybe it's imperfect. You know, maybe this system isn't perfect. Maybe sometimes, as a gay man, you end up attracted to, say, a trans man, which some people would say isn't a man. but they look like a man, so you're attracted to them. Or you may end up attracted to a trans woman, which based on their identity is not a man, but visually you might still be attracted to them. Right? So it complicates things a bit, I think, to acknowledge this. At the same time, I think that you can, in fact, max out traits like masculinity and femininity and try to achieve a sort of a beauty standard. I think there is a hidden objectivity in beauty and in sexual attraction that has been muted by the social constructionist tendencies of the left. And you can try to max out both masculinity and femininity and become this perfect, idyllic, sexual being that is desired by people who are attracted to both men and women on a deep level.